What is going on? This is Cody, and you are tuned into B-Boy 45, broadcasting from the Seacrest Studios here at Children's Hospital, Colorado. And it is another special edition of the latest news to keep you in the groove with Maya. Maya, how are you today?
I'm great. How are you?
You know what? I am so good. But you tell me, why are you so good?
Because Brianne Howey is calling in.
Brianne, how are you?
I'm wonderful, you guys. Thank you so much for having me. I'm so excited to get to be here today.
Well, we are so excited to have you. Maya, take it away, girl.
So, first of all, I just want to say thank you so much for calling in. I have been so excited to talk with you.
Of course, Maya. I'm so excited to talk with you too. You've done so many cool interviews. It's incredible.
Oh, thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you for watching the show too. I appreciate it.
Yeah. Oh, I am obsessed with the show. So, yeah. My first question for you is, when was the moment you first knew you wanted to act?
You know, it's interesting. I wasn't one of those kids that knew that's something I wanted to do when I was really young. It was more, I didn't realize I wanted to do this until I was in college. So I went to college in New York. I went to NYU, and I got to work on some student films there with classmates where you're with all your peers and people your own age making these little mini movies. And once I got to have that experience, I fell in love with the whole process. And then I just knew I loved it and wanted to see if I could make this become a reality.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
So you guest starred and had recurring roles in so many different projects, including Batwoman, and Dollface, Playing House, Scream Queens. I could name a whole bunch. What has been your most memorable character in one of those?
Ooh, not including Ginny and Georgia.
Right.
You know, it's tough. That's a very good question, Maya. I feel really lucky because I've gotten to work on so many different kinds of things, as you were saying. I've gotten to work on all female casts. I've gotten to work in different genres like horror and sci-fi and comedy and multicam. And I wouldn't have it any other way. I think I've gotten to learn so much from getting to work on such a wide variety of shows. The most memorable, I mean, that is really hard. I mean, I had a really, really good time working on Dollface. I love being on an all-female cast. It was created by a woman. We had a female showrunner season 2. And I just love getting to work with all of those women that I had seen them on other shows. So then getting to be on a show with them was really, really cool.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah, it was really fun.
Oh, cool. So you play Georgia Miller in the Netflix series Ginny and Georgia, and I love that show. Can you relate to Georgia in any way?
It's a scary thought, isn't it? Being able to relate to Georgia too much. Of course I can. My mom had me really young. She had me at 21. So I grew up with a really young single mom. So that part I relate to. And Georgia's passion. I think her passion for her kids and how she would do literally anything for Ginny and Austin is something that I was able to tap into in my own life because I would do anything for my siblings.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I have 4 younger siblings with a big age gap. So it's really fun.
Oh, yeah. Cool. was there an episode that was particularly challenging to film?
Definitely. I think one of the harder episodes was the Christmas episode, the episode where Georgia discovers that Ginny was self-harming.
Mm-hmm.
That episode was really tough. It was tough on the page just to read. I remember reading it and my heart sank because I thought, oh my God, look what these characters are going to have to go through. But I also was excited to shoot it because I think it was time for our characters to kind of have that revelation together. But emotionally, it was so hard. Antonia, who plays Ginny, I love her so much. And watching her hurt and watching her suffer while she's acting, she's such a good actress. It just breaks my heart. So that was an emotionally challenging episode, I would say.
Yeah, that I remember watching it with my mom, and it seemed like that would be so hard to film.
You watched it with your mom?
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
That's all we ever hoped. That's amazing.
Yeah. The first season I watched with my mom and my sister, and then my sister went to college, and so she watched it there, and my mom and I watched it at home. So,
well, I'm so glad you guys had each other to get to experience the journey with. It's definitely more fun, I think, to watch it with your people.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. So, what was your favorite episode to film?
Ooh, the wedding was really fun.
Yeah.
It was so fun to get to wear that insane dress that was so big. It was really fun to work with the horse and carriage. Tony and I had a lot of fun with the horse and trying to have all these moving pieces happen at the right time.
Yeah.
And the wedding was also fun because everybody was there. So we got to work with Jennifer Robertson, who I know you interviewed kind of recently.
Yeah.
I love her so much. And obviously Sarah, who plays Max, her character was one of the bridesmaids. And to get to have all the boys there. And Austin was so cute in his little tux. It was a really, really fun way to kind of wrap up the season, have everybody get together to celebrate. And even though it was very short-lived, to kind of have some happy moments.
Yeah. Yeah. When at the end, I was like, can't they just have like one happy day?
I know. I'm with you, Maya. I know. I get it. It's tough out there for those girls.
Yeah. So have you ever gotten stuck on a line that you just couldn't remember? And if so, how did you get past that?
That is a very good question also. Definitely. I think too, with playing Georgia, Georgia's really performative. So she's always kind of putting on an act. And she has a lot of long monologues where she's really passionately yelling at someone or telling them off. And sometimes there's some tongue twisters in there. How did I do it? I would say just with practice. To just keep trying again and again, and then eventually you get it. Just take a breath, try not to get too frustrated with myself, and try again.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I like that way to get past it, not being too hard with yourself.
Because what else can you do? All we can do is try our best.
Yeah. 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 So, what roles or projects attract your attention?
Ooh. I really like roles and projects where I get to play someone who isn't perfect. I really like diving into our humanity and figuring out what imperfections connect all of us, because I think that's how we can all kind of relate to each other, is being able to admit where we're falling short or where we're having issues or maybe where we're hurting in some way, because I think that's just a lot more interesting. And I think it's more relatable. That's what I'd like to watch. And that's what I like to play. And people kind of who don't have everything figured out right away. I like when there's some conflict and some tension that we can kind of work through so we get to have a fun arc.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah, I like when I like when the character isn't perfect and makes mistakes, and because that makes them more relatable.
Exactly. It's just nature. I think that's a lot more interesting too. Being perfect's not very.
Yeah. No, it's not.
Yeah.
So, is there a show that you're currently obsessed with?
I am obsessed with, are you familiar with The Last of Us?
I am. I haven't seen it, but
It's a little bit dark. And by a little bit, I mean a lot of it. It's very dark. But I'm very into that. I love that so much. What else am I watching? I watch a lot of reality shows on Bravo.
Mhm.
There's this one called Below Deck that's really fun, where everybody goes on this big yacht and all this drama happens, but it's very entertaining.
That's I might have to try that. I don't watch a lot of reality TV.
It might be for the best. I don't know that we probably shouldn't be watching that much reality TV, but every now and then,
yeah,
a nice little distraction.
Yeah, every now and then it's fun to get into and then be like,
yeah,
okay, I've had enough.
What are you watching?
Right now, I'm watching the show Grimm.
Ooh.
I'm obsessed with that show, and then my mom and I are watching the latest season of Outer Banks.
Okay, that's fun. That's a great one.
Yeah.
The newest season just came out, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Nice.
I think just last month or something.
Very exciting.
So, yeah. Yeah. So I mean, Grimm is really dark, just since you said The Last of Us is really dark. Grimm is too, but I don't know. There's like a few dark things that I like, and then I like the lighter things too. So
it's like life, a little variety.
Yeah.
I get that.
Yeah. So when you're having a bad day, what do you do to make yourself feel better?
What do I do to make myself feel better? I normally I'll go play with my dog. That guy will put me in a very good mood no matter what. I'm shooting in Atlanta right now, so I'm actually not at home with them. I miss him very much. But I think pets and animals are a really good way to change our mood. They're really good heart openers. Yeah. But if I don't have Bodie Boy, I think a good song could probably change my mood. You know, we just got to switch gears. We got to get out of our head, get out of our bodies, just move on. That always helps. Do you have pets?
Yeah, I do. I have a dog.
What's your dog's name?
Her name is Roni.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, she's the sweetest.
Mhm.
She can be. Uh, we always joke that she can be very obnoxious at times, but then she's the sweetest. Like she will just like snuggle with you if you're lying on the couch or something.
There's nothing better than that, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, they can all be a little obnoxious at times. Our dog is very spoiled.
Oh, so is ours. We always joke that she's a little princess, that she's very spoiled. So
Yep, I get that.
yeah. Especially because my mom never allowed our other dogs on furniture. And then we got Roni during quarantine. And
Mhm.
since we weren't seeing anybody, she was like, I need somebody on the couch next to me. And so,
100%. We
yeah.
got our dog during quarantine too. So they become the center of your universe and you spend
Yeah.
way more time with them than you normally would. And
Yeah.
yeah, they're living the dream.
Yeah. Yeah. So, what subject could you give a TED Talk on that you're totally unqualified to give a talk on?
Ooh, maybe astrology or something. I don't know that much, but I know a little bit. That would be kind of fun. When is your birthday?
October 16th.
Okay, what's your sign?
Libra.
Awesome. See, okay, I don't really know that much about Libras.
We're very indecisive. So my sister and I are twins, and then our
Cool.
mom's birthday is 3 days after ours. So we're all Libras, and we're all very indecisive.
No
So
way.
yeah, so it takes us forever to, like, if we're trying to find a place to eat, it takes us forever to decide on that,
Yeah.
and forever to decide on the movies. So
So you could also give a TED Talk about astrology, probably.
maybe I don't really know anything about that, so I could just wing it and start
Right.
talking about something
You
else.
sounded pretty good to me. So that's a big birthday week in your house. You guys are all,
Yeah.
how fun.
Yeah, it's really fun.
That's cool. So since you're a twin, did you like the Maxine and Marcus storyline, even though it was a boy and a girl?
Yeah, we did.
Awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, it's always fun when there's a show with twins in it to see.
I bet. How fun.
Yeah. Yeah. So is there a motto or quotation that you live by?
What is a good motto or quote? You know, something that does cross my mind a lot is this too shall pass. If you're having a hard time with something, I like to keep in mind that it's temporary. But also, if something amazing is happening, I try to keep in mind that that's temporary too, so I don't lose sight of it. And I really appreciate it for that moment.
Mhm. Yeah, I like that.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good motto.
You know, everything's temporary, the good stuff, the bad stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. So is there a show or movie that you watch when you just need to be comforted?
Okay, this is a seasonal movie. but it really does it for me. Elf.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you can't go wrong. I love that movie so much. I don't really like watching things more than once because there's, we have so much content out there. But Elf is one movie I can watch that movie over and over again and laugh like it's the first time. I love it so much.
Yeah. What?
I think about it year round. I feel like if I always see signs that say world's best cup of coffee, and it makes me laugh because I think about him going into the coffee shop saying, "Congratulations."
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, I love that movie too. I just recently rewatched it and it's just the best.
It's so genuine. It's so funny. I love how he's a fish out of water.
Yeah.
It's so sweet.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah. So my last question for you is, who do you consider to be a real life superhero and why?
Oh, who is a good real life superhero? The first person who came to my mind is Michelle Obama. Just really admire that woman. I think she's a real life superhero because of all that she's done for our country and for her children. I think that they raise their kids so beautifully too. I think she's such a wonderful example of a modern day woman. Yeah, I mean, she's a very, very powerful woman.
Yeah, she is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that I agree. I think she is a real life superhero.
Yeah, she's very admirable.
Yeah, she is. Well, thank you so much for calling in. That was my final question, but I was trying to think of more so I could keep talking to you because this is just so much fun.
You're the best. I've had so much fun getting to talk to you. Thank you for having me. How's everything else going?
Good. Yeah. Yeah.
Good.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, thank you so much for calling in. I've just been so excited to talk with you, and this was so much fun. I'm sorry, I'm having like brain fog today. I'm forgetting everything. So
not at all. I think this was so much fun. You're a very impressive interviewer. I'm blown away by how many interviews you've done, and it means the world to me that you even wanted to have me on. So thank you so much, and thank you for watching the show.
Of course, yeah. It's such a fun show to watch.
I know, it's wild. Who do you want Georgia to be with?
Oh, I don't know.
No, it's hard. I know.
Yeah.
There's too many good options.
Yeah.
That's a good problem to have.
Exactly. I'm not complaining.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, thank you for spending so much time with us here. And I know Maya will keep us updated as to where we can see you and all your new projects and everything that you're working on.
Absolutely. My pleasure, you guys. Have a beautiful day and the rest of the week.
You too.
Take care.
Bye, Maya. Take care.
Bye.
Bye.